Ignition sequence starts. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Liftoff. We have a liftoff.
Hey everybody, this is the Digital Asset Investor, and I just had to break up a fight out in the front yard. My 13-year-old was throwing the baseball with my 6-year-old, and he accidentally, I think, hits the 6-year-old in the leg with the ball. Actually, the 6-year-old probably just missed it, but he hit him in the leg with the ball, and you've never seen such a mad 6-year-old. These younger brothers, they have a lot of attitude, and they don't like being picked on, and they get real mad. And so he was out there screaming at him and everything, so I just had to go out there and deal with that. And the big brothers, they're good at picking on them. But I'll tell you this, though, my older kid is a lot nicer than I was to my younger brother, I can tell you that. Okay, what an exciting day that we have had, folks. And, who's to know if we're officially having a bull run or what we're looking at here. Time will tell, but it's not relevant for me. It's not relevant to anything other than, it's just a matter of time before all this. I've said all along, a couple of days ago, we had about $140 billion in this market. Today, we've got 160, I believe, 7 or so billion in just a couple of days. Well, that's how fast this moves. But folks, we're not talking about billions with digital assets. We're talking about trillions, okay? Gold by itself has around $8 or $9 trillion in it by itself. Digital assets are going to swallow those markets. And across the world, we're talking about hundreds of trillions of dollars in assets that are going to be tokenized with digital assets. So just strap in and get ready. Because regardless of whether this is the beginning of a bull run, or maybe it is, maybe we're going to go for 2 or 3 months and have a bull run. And if we are, great. There will be more bear markets. There will be more bull markets in this. There's going to be cycles. That's the way markets work. But the bull runs are extremely exciting. And you may want to, if you've listened to me for very long, you've got a plan of what your points are, your 3 or 4 points of where you're going to cash out, where your life changes or how you want to change it. And so be paying attention to that. And if you haven't thought about it, then think about it. Also, at the end of this video, I had a new investor ask me about my exit strategies. So I'm going to briefly cover that. I've done videos on that before, but I've found that I have to go back to that every once in a while because there are new people coming in and they want to know what my latest philosophy is on that and how I would get out. Okay. All right. Let's look at this. This is from crypto at crypto_bitlord. This guy, before the market started going crazy, actually called it. And so I wanted to draw your attention to it. Now, this guy is like a Bitcoin guy, and he's got a bunch of followers, 90,000 followers. So he's apparently been in the game for a while, and I think he's a chart guy, technical analysis type guy. He understands all that and is into all that. That's not really my bag, but like I've said before, I like to pay attention to those guys because a lot of them are really smart and know what they're talking about. He says, let's discuss a Bitcoin Black Swan event, and it's about to happen. This is on April 1st when he said this, and it's about to happen according to the BitMEX Insurance Fund. And then he posted, and you can go and watch this video. It's really interesting. He says, here's a chart. You can see it. The BitMEX Insurance Fund is about to break out, and bigly, this is the evidence for a Bitcoin Black Swan event. And then the next guy, 5 hours later, says, so this guy posted this 24 hours ago. I wake up this morning, 20 billion added to the market within a span of 60 minutes. Interesting. Let's see how long it lasts. So anyway, there's a few different people that I think had in various ways called what was going to happen, and he's one of them. So you ought to go check that out. Next, I'm seeing a lot of chart analysis today. So I just wanted to show you some different people that are saying different things. This is from at Kia Crypto. This is interesting. My chart shows that first XRP moved, then BTC. It was an amazing day for crypto. Congratulations to all of you XRP community. So they're saying that XRP actually moved before Bitcoin moved. Now, who knows if that's right or wrong? I just thought it was interesting enough to show you here. And next, interesting day, folks, interesting day. This is from Grayscale Investments, at Grayscale Invest. They have several digital asset trusts: Bitcoin, Bitcoin Cash, Ethereum, Ethereum Classic, Horizon, Litecoin, Stellar Lumens, XRP, Zcash. And they say that holdings per share net and net assets under management for our investment products, total AUM, assets under management, 1.1 billion. And I think I got this from, let me go, yeah, it was Barry Silbert. He said Grayscale assets under management grew to over $1 billion today. Now, just for those of you that don't know, there's a lot of new viewers that are piling in today. For those of you that don't know, Barry Silbert is the CEO of the Digital Currency Group. The Digital Currency Group is an investment firm. They own a portion of just about every large Bitcoin blockchain related company that there is. They are one of the biggest power players in this whole business. And they also, I think they may own Grayscale altogether, but I know they have an investment in Grayscale at a minimum. Next, from Crypto Thies, at King Thies, I'm not sure how you say that. He says current 7250 sats. Watch what happens. This guy seems to think that XRP is going to break and break big. Just thought that was worthy of showing you. Okay, Dave Jones, at Dave_Jones_02. Nothing like the sound of Bitcoiners in denial. And he's tweeting this tweet. This is an unbelievable tweet. Remember yesterday we told you that Coinbase is now set up so that you can send money internationally from one Coinbase account to another using XRP or their stable coin I think it's USDC, but it's just using those two digital assets. This guy, who's a Bitcoin guy, he's at Lawmaster, he says Coinbase is starting to offer free transfers from one Coinbase user to another, but it only supports XRP and USDC. This is a really weird move since all internal transfers of all cryptocurrencies are free for Coinbase. So why restrict to XRP and USDC? And as I read this, you just need to understand just how freaking clueless this guy is. He literally has no idea how superior XRP is to Bitcoin in terms of technology. But listen to this. It's amazing, the ignorance. Why not also support Bitcoin and Ethereum? Sounds quite suspect that XRP is involved, given that it offers no advantages over Bitcoin and it has way less fiat off-ramps. For the trolls saying that it's because of the speed is not very important in remittances. The cluelessness here is just, it makes you sick to see how clueless this guy could be. Whether it takes less than a minute or 10 minutes makes virtually no difference. What makes the largest difference is the availability of fiat off-ramps, and Bitcoin has the most. Oh my God, Coinbase, what have you become? Wow. This guy doesn't think that speed of transactions is important. He doesn't think that's as important at all. And anyway, moving along. That's just pitiful. Coinbase, they came out today and they said 255 million. Coinbase confirms extent of crypto insurance coverage. So apparently, the way that Coinbase supposedly works, my understanding is that they store 98% of all of the crypto that comes onto Coinbase in cold storage offline. And then 2% of the customer's assets is in hot wallets that online that is susceptible to being hacked. And that 2% is what they cover in insurance, which is 255 million. Folks, you can parse these numbers and try to figure out what they mean and all, but don't waste your time. Get the Ledger Nano S. You know what to do. It's in the description of every video that I do. That's the only safe way to hold your digital assets on the Ledger Nano S. For those of you that are new, it's like a little hard drive, or it's like a thumb drive, but your digital asset, you maintain control of your private keys, and that's what's important. Okay, this is today, folks. Let me show it to you. This is from Coin Paprika, and I'm going to do if the site will quit loading, I'm going to do a refresh. Okay, there we go. Now let's do a refresh and see what we're looking like. Now, there's a little discrepancy that I noticed. Coin Paprika shows $167.7 billion in the market. I went over and just to check it out and looked at CoinMarketCap, and they showed 165 or so billion, almost 166 billion. But I'm sorry. Okay, but you'll see these are the returns for today. Unbelievable day, folks. If you look at the return rates, I want you to look what's happening in this market, people. Whether you're new or you've been around, look at what's happened. The 7-day, the 30-day. These are the top coins by market cap. 7-day, 30-day, 1 quarter. Look at the returns, folks. Look at the return. Okay, as I promised, I'm going to give you a brief on good exit strategies wherever you live. First thing, I store my digital assets on a Ledger Nano S. It's in the description of every video I do. Next thing, if you're an XRP holder, and I'm talking to XRP holders, here are the places where you can cash out. In the United States, the best ones, in my opinion, Uphold. But on every one of these, remember, if you want, so what I would do if I was ready to sell, I would go from my Ledger Nano S, I would send it to Uphold. But first, with every one of these, you've got to go in and get the approvals from these exchanges to withdraw large sums of money. If you have not given them the proper identification and gone through their approval process, you may only be able to withdraw a small amount. And it doesn't matter what kind of bull market we're in then, because you can't even get to your money. If that's your problem, and if for some reason you're not able to get that approval in the short run, what you can do is you can go, just about every one of these sites has stable coins. I know Coinbase has you can sell your XRP into the USDC, I believe it is. You can sell it into that and it's not going to move. You won't be susceptible to the ups and downs. While you're waiting on approval, that's an option that hasn't always been there. That's a new thing. So you will have that option now. I don't know. I think Uphold may have one too. You'll have to check and see if they have a stable coin. So go and get your approvals. If you're going to use Uphold, go get your approvals for higher withdrawal limits. Same with Coinbase. Coinbase now has XRP. Go get yourself approved for higher withdrawals. I recommend doing this on Coinbase Pro. Okay, Coinbase Pro, which if you've got a login for Coinbase, you've also got a login for Coinbase Pro. You can also sell in, if you're not approved yet, you'll be able to sell into Coinbase's stable coin and you're not going to have to worry about the fluctuation. If XRP got to the point where you had the money you wanted to cash out with, you could sell it into a stable coin, but you need to think about the tax complication there. If you sell it, that's a gain. That's your gain. It's the sale of that into whatever you sold it into. Then if you sell it again, that's another transaction. So you got to be thinking like that. But consult your accountant on that. Don't take my word for it. Next, we're still in the United States. You can do all of this through Bittrex. Again, you have to go get approved for your withdrawal limits. They do have XRP on Bittrex. I believe they probably have a stable coin or two on Bittrex as well. If you're in the UK, one of my favorites is Bitstamp. It's at bitstamp.net. Okay, same thing. I think Bitstamp has unlimited withdrawals. You can also do international wires to the US, but I don't want to fool with that, even though I love Bitstamp. Okay, I do love Bitstamp. They're a great exchange. All these I'm naming are safe exchanges and they're legit. Coinfield.com. You can go sign up for a Coinfield account or a Coinbase in the description of all of my videos. Coinfield is out of Canada. You can't sign up if you're in the United States on Coinfield. If you're in Canada and like 100 other countries, you can. That's another legit. And you got to go and get approved for your withdrawals. Give them the proper identification. And finally, the king of all exchanges, which is Binance. Okay? Binance, you're going to run into issues when it comes to withdrawal, depending on where you are. Here in the United States, they're not set up for us to withdraw. I don't know what it's like in other countries, but you can, Binance, here's what I'll tell you. If you're looking for those of you that have never heard me or are new to this, if you're looking for an exchange that has all the options you could possibly want on different digital assets to buy, go get a Binance account. That is my favorite exchange, but it's not the exchange that I will use for cash out because I can't cash out there. But you may be able to go check it out, work your way around the site and see whatever country you're in if it works. I'm the digital asset investor. I'm not an investment advisor. This is for entertainment purposes only. Please subscribe and hit the like button. Tell your friends and family if you're new to digital assets. Binance is the exchange. Thanks for listening.